Baseball and Softball Mode Overview. Once you have opened the app and connected to your radar gun, you will see a screen that allows you to choose between 3 sports: baseball, softball, and tennis. This video will cover all the settings you will see when you select baseball or softball modes. You can verify that your radar gun is connected to your device if you see a green radar and the word "connected" in the bottom left corner of your screen. You can also quickly check your radar gun's connection by pressing the peak button on your radar gun. You will see peak mode off in the app. Press the button again to turn peak mode back on. If the radar becomes disconnected, the radar icon will turn red and will say "disconnected," and a pop-up will appear on your screen telling you that your gun has been disconnected. If you are having connection issues, please watch our Troubleshooting Radar Gun Connection Problems video. Before you start recording any data, it is best to select your player name, team name, and action type. This will ensure that each play will be properly recorded to the correct player. For more information about these settings, please see the Adding Player Names, Teams, and Actions video. The pitch type dropdown will only show when you are using the pitch action in either baseball or softball modes. You can choose your pitch type before you start pitching if you know ahead of time that you will be throwing a certain pitch type, or this dropdown will automatically pop up after you have recorded and saved a pitch. If you are using auto mode, all pitches will be automatically saved as 4-seam fastballs unless you choose a different option from the drop-down menu before you start pitching. You can always modify the pitch type of any recorded pitch by going into the History folder, finding the pitch, and then using the Edit button to make your adjustments. Touch Done when you are finished, and use the back arrow a few times to return to the main screen. Just above the bottom row of buttons, you will see a green button that says Camera On. If you don't turn this button on, you will capture data-only measurements for each play, which will be stored in the History folder. In Camera Off mode, you will see a green button on the right side of the screen that says Start. Pressing this button will allow you to start recording measurements. Pull the trigger on your radar gun to capture data, then touch the red Save button to save it to the History folder. If you would like to record video clips of your plays, touch the green Camera On button and, when prompted, give the app permission to access your camera and camera roll. The background of the main screen will change from plain gray to a display of the current view from your phone's camera. The green Camera On button changes to a red Camera Off button that can be pressed if you want to stop recording video clips and go back to recording data only. Beside the Camera Off button, you will see a slider. You can use this to zoom in and out with your camera. Instead of a green Start button on the right side of the screen, you will now see a red Record button. Just to the right of the Record button, you will see the words Normal and Slow-Mo. Normal is default, which will record videos in real time. If you would rather record plays in slow motion for more careful evaluation later, touch the words Slow-Mo on the screen to highlight them in red. When you are ready to record, push the Record button. Recording begins immediately. Pull the trigger on your radar gun as usual to capture data. The Record button changes to a Save button, which you can press when you are ready to stop recording and save your video to the History folder. All collected data, including peak velocity, roll down, and spin rate for the Pro IIs, will be embedded on your video. Remember, you can adjust your video resolution and frames per second settings by going into the Settings menu. This menu will also allow you to adjust other settings for video resolution, choose which data is shown on video clips, adjust your autosave settings, and more. For more information about this menu, please watch our Settings menu video. For both Camera On and Camera Off modes, if you are using the pitch action, a pitch type pop-up will appear every time you save a measurement. The pop-up will only display for a few seconds. If you don't choose a pitch type while the menu is on screen, you can always modify the pitch type later in the History menu as discussed previously in this video. Above the Start or Record button, you will see a button that says Auto Mode. Touching this button will allow you to use the app's hands-free recording option. Auto Mode starts and stops recording of each play by detecting motion and automatically clips and saves your recording so you can focus on the game. You have the option to choose how long before and after each play you would like the app to record. Adjust the timing from the Settings menu. All recorded plays will be individually stored in the History folder, where you can easily share them with coaches, friends, family, and recruiters. In the top right corner of the screen, you will see 3 icons. We have already mentioned the Settings page and the History folder in this video, and we have in-depth videos you can watch for each of those. The third icon is for Stadium Mode. This mode switches your device to an easy-to-read screen that displays only peak velocity and spin rate, if you have the Pro IIs, and bold white text on a high-contrast black background, making it easier to view from far away. To exit Stadium Mode, simply touch the Minimize icon in the top right corner. For more information about this mode, please watch our Stadium Mode video. Finally, to navigate back to the Sport Selection screen, touch the back arrow in the top left corner. Visit stalker.sport for more training videos or to see our full line of products.